Hey everybody, this is Mike coming at you from Carolina Beach. I went back so I could make up for that terrible footage. I thought I just was not happy with it at all. I had some distractions and had some good times and wasn't focused in on filming. Anyway, I'm back, and like I said before, this is an island actually. It has the Atlantic on one side, the Cape Fear River kind of curling around the backside, and the Intercoastal Waterway on the other. And right here you can see there's nobody on the beach. Now up above me, if you got a family, you want some lifeguards, there's a great big shelter area for picnicking and showers to take showers when you leave the beach, and lifeguards if you want some lifeguards around. A little bit further down the beach where I'm at right now, you can actually drive out on the beach and surf fish. You can have your pets on this part. This is a Fort Fisher end. There was an old Confederate fort on the mouth of the Cape Fear River. And I came down here to film a little bit and swim around in the water a little while before I went up to the other end of the island. My main focus was, when you look down upon the island, there's a big cut that comes all the way in towards the center of the island, and that's where the charter boats, a lot of the fishing boats, are harbored. I couldn't really get in there before when I was here the weekend before to film, but I found a place, luckily, to film a little bit in there. And we'll head up that way here in just a minute. You can see there's only one vehicle out on the beach right now. It wasn't that late in the morning. It's about 9 o'clock. And it's sweltering, 90-some degrees already. Luckily here, where I live, more in the central part of the state, after 3 long months of solid humidity, the weather finally broke today. It's Saturday, and it is super nice. It's 80 degrees. The dew point went from 74 down to 58, and the low tonight's 56. So I'm really happy about that. Finally got to open up the windows and get some fresh air after 3 solid months of high heat and high humidity. Now we're getting ready to swing up towards that center cut, the bay that kind of moves. It kind of goes almost to the center of the island. And right here I'm taking off. I got a lot of good footage this time. This is just a little piece of it. I got good footage of the cut that goes from the coastal waterway out to sea. I got great footage of the $1 million condos that sit out on the point of this end of the island. And right here I'm in that middle bay that cuts towards the center of the island, where there's several expensive condos and this one hotel on the left. Actually, there's a hard to get back in here because most of it's private or you have to be a guest. I actually thought I was okay at this marina and nobody said anything to me. I went back later in the evening to film some more, and I actually noticed a sign that said, "Guests and visitors of the guest only. Violators will be prosecuted." So I was kind of lucky nobody said anything to me, really. When I'm flying this direction, I'm flying more towards that, they call them cuts, little branches that come off the coastal waterway and go out to sea. Well, I'm flying towards one of those cuts now. This is the bay that backs into the center of the island. And right here, I'm just flying over several of the small slips where a lot of the boats are moored at. There's like condos on each side and houses that you can rent for the week, and that one hotel that I just flew by. It's a lot better day too. It's nice and sunny, even though the heat is tremendous. It's not overcast and hazy like it was last week. I was just determined to come back and get a lot better footage, and I got a lot. Like I said, I got one cool where I was filming a dredge coming back, and those $1 million condos, I got up close and personal on those. I about hit the mast of a sailboat. I was determined I was going to get close and quit playing it so safe. I didn't mean to quite get that close. That 8-pass saved me because those masts on those sailboats stick up really high, and I'm lucky that the drone even saw it, because the next thing I knew, it was going around it, and as I looked in the camera view, I said, oh Lord, I almost hit that. Right here, I was just stopping to look around. Straight up ahead is those condos, those $1 million condos. Well, they're probably more than that, and I got real up close and personal on those. I'll show them on some later videos. I thought I'd get this one out. This was hard to get back in here because, like I said, all the hotels and the condos, you gotta be a registered guest to get back in there on this part of the bay. It's pretty cool the way the island's set up. It's an oval, and like I said, the Cape Fear River's coming in one side, the Atlantic's on the other. One of those cuts I was talking about that kind of links the ocean to the intercoastal waterways on the backside, right in front of us, as a matter of fact. But this bay, I'd call it, it goes pretty far into the island. It'd be kind of scary if there was a hurricane or something, or you had a really high, super high tide. But I wanted to get back in there so I could film some of this. And I managed to, with being oblivious to the sign, I guess. I was bound and determined. But like I said, I totally deleted that other video. I just was not happy with it at all. I guess I was just having too much fun with some of the people I'd met the previous week. It's kind of a long drive. It's a 4-hour drive for me to get to the coast. But I love being at the beach. Especially out there swimming. It's so peaceful. The waves, the sound of the waves. I'm not a big beer drinker, but even the beer tastes great when you're out there in that salt and sand. Right here you can see a lot of boats, man. This is a big slip here, a big marina. And like I said, it was a lot better. It was super clear and sunny, even though it was hot. It was a lot better than being overcast like it was the week before. The closest town that I'm to is called Wilmington, North Carolina. It's really nice. It sits right on the Cape Fear River. There's several art museums there. There's also a battleship, the USS North Carolina. It was the most decorated battleship in World War II. And you can take a tour and go through the ship. It's amazing. All the things that were on there. Barbershop, library. You ought to see the quarters they slept in. I mean, tiny, man. It's been a while since I've been on there, but it's really interesting going on that battleship. They raised money to save it after the war. And they brought it to North Carolina and moored it there right next to the city, right on the Cape Fear River. You can see all these boats here. It's just a lot of boats, man. I could see a big ship when I was down there on the beach on the coastal waterway. I want to fly a big ship, but that was restricted airspace. No Lance approval. It was considered critical infrastructure. Right here, I was just taking the high shot. That's how you can see how far that bay cuts in towards the center of the island. I actually was out there pretty far, and I got a battery alert and canceled it. And then I got my second one, and I had to hightail it back. And here in a minute, I didn't have time to mess around. I just decided to go up and fly straight over the top of that hotel. It's pretty tall. It was over 170 feet tall. So I kept climbing. I said, I don't think I'm going to make it. I need to go further. I appreciate you stopping by and taking a look. Like I said, I got a lot better footage to come. I got close-ups on those $1 million condos. I got close-ups of the other end where the the island just kind of works its way down to a sliver, and then you can see the ocean on the other side. But thanks a lot for stopping by the channel. I appreciate it. I wasn't really worried about how many views I got on this. I just wanted to do a better job for myself, flying and filming. And like I said, I got some great footage I'm going to put on here. I got up and close and personal on the other ends of the island. Maybe a little too close, like I mentioned that one time, but anyway, you only live once, you know, right? And the zoom on the air too helps out a little bit. I got to get it out today. It was acting a little bit funny when I was flying it. Like it wouldn't take two commands at the same time. Like I couldn't go forward and turn at the same time or climb. I don't know. I got to get it out and look at it. I don't know what was going on. I flew the Platinum also, and I got some really good shots of a big dredge coming by. And some other big yachts the rich folks were taking out for their Friday evening dinner cruise. And this is where my battery was really low. I said, I got to hightail it back. I'm just going to have to go right over the top of this building. You can see how the bay cuts all the way towards the center of the island. But anyway, thanks a lot for taking a look at this video, and I got plenty more to come. Real good close-up shots. And I hope everybody's having a good summer. It's Labor Day weekend, so the official end of summer, eh? It always flies by, especially if you like summertime. I complain and bitch about the humidity, but I'd rather be in the summer than winter any day. And like I said, if you ever do decide to go to one of these islands around, or the Outer Banks of North Carolina, the fall is the best time. It won't rain for weeks on end. Excuse me, weeks on end. There won't be a cloud in the sky. It'll be like 80 degrees. The dew point will be low, down to around the low 60s at night. It's the perfect time of the year to come. And if you like to fish, it's the best time of the year to come fishing also. But thanks a lot, everybody. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.